From San Francisco, California, this is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Friday, August 4th, 2017 when I'm recording the show, and it's 2:52 p.m. I am on my way home from work, so I am doing this in my truck on the Boss Jock yesterday. It didn't sound that bad, so I'm going to do it again. I have a gig with the Butlers tonight in Novato, which is about, I don't know, it's about an hour north of San Francisco, and it's a Friday afternoon, so that means it'll probably take me 2 hours to get there. So I'm going to probably be a little bit late for the 6 o'clock load in. I'm still have to go home and take a shower and stuff. What I'm going to do tonight, I also have a gig, by the way, tomorrow. The Butlers are playing a party. It's a rock and roll barbecue keg party. So Friday and Saturday night gigs, Friday night and Saturday day gigs for the Butlers. I don't get to go fishing this weekend, which really kind of bums me out, but fortunately there's small craft advisories, at least today, so maybe the ocean will be too rough to fish anyway, so I won't be really losing anything. But yeah, so that's Butler's gig information. Today I'm going to be doing what I call one song, and a lot of times I'll just do an episode on one song, and what I'm going to do today is a song that was just released yesterday. I'm stuck in traffic here, and I'm dealing with stressful driving on a Friday afternoon. So it was just released yesterday. Motorhead has a album coming out at the beginning of September called Undercover, featuring all cover tunes. And the one that came out today is the only one that has never been released on an album. I think the rest of them were released. On the album, it is, let me see if I can pull the notes up. Breaking the Law, Judas Priest cover, which I played on when I did the tribute to Lemmy, when Lemmy died. Like the day Lemmy died, I did an emergency Rock and Roll Geek episode, and I played Breaking the Law. So that's the Judas Priest cover. God Save the Queen, Sex Pistols cover. Came out in 2000, I think. Heroes, which was just recorded during the Bad Magic sessions. That was one of the, I think it might have been the last thing that Lemmy recorded. Starstruck, Rainbow cover with Dio. Dio's not on it, but that's a Dio era Rainbow song, I believe. Not an authority on Rainbow, but I think so. 2014 was when that came out. Cat Scratch Fever, he did that a long time ago. Great version of the Uncle Ted song. Jumpin' Jack Flash, Sympathy for the Devil, which was on their last album, I think. Hellraiser, which he co-wrote with Ozzy. Rockaway Beach, Ramones tune. Shoot 'Em Down, which is a Twisted Sister song. And Whiplash, Metallica tune. Anyway, the one that just got released yesterday on video on YouTube was a cover of a David Bowie song called Heroes. So that's what we're going to play for you. We are going to play that for you today. But I was listening a long time ago. Dee Snider had a podcast. I think you might be able to still find it on Podcast One, but he was doing a podcast for them. Dee Snider actually did a podcast a long time ago from his house, and he stopped doing it. Then he started doing it on Podcast One, and he stopped because he said he couldn't make any money, and they were telling him he had to stop cussing and this and that and this and that. But one of those podcasts, he was doing a tribute to Lemmy, and he went to the Lemmy thing and to the Lemmy Memorial, and his wife made a pretty good argument for how Lemmy could be an angel sent down from heaven, because and maybe God works in mysterious ways and this and that, because he helped Lemmy helped a lot of people. Everybody loved Lemmy. So he had a lot of actually angelic qualities, even though he was, I guess you might think, smoking and drinking and drug doing son of a bitch image. But the arguments that he made were actually pretty good arguments to how Lemmy could be an angel sent down from heaven. And I mean, if you believe in angels and heaven and God and all that, Who's to say he was not? I'm going to choose to believe he was an angel sent down from heaven. I had a run-in with, not a run-in, but an encounter with Lemmy back when I was in Exodus. I guess it was 92 or whatever, right before Exodus got dropped from Capitol. I was still in the band, and we went down, we did some shows down in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Is that the same? I think Buenos Aires is in Argentina. So we went down there somewhere and did some shows with Lemmy, or with Motorhead. I believe it was the last lineup. It had Phil Campbell and Mickey D on drums and Lemmy. When I was in Exodus, Chris Contos was playing drum. He did drums for Exodus. He just joined us for those shows. I think we did like maybe 3 or 4 shows or 2. I don't remember. It was so long ago, but I remember it was a good time. Backstage, those guys did speed like I drink beer. Actually, probably more than I drink beer. I mean, I drink beer like it's just a drink, but I drink Tecates. They were just doing speed like it was nothing. Like it's just what they do, which you gotta, I guess you don't, in some ways, you gotta admire the hardcoreness of the band. And in other ways, you know, that eventually took its toll on the great Lemmy Kilmister. But I'm not an authority on Motorhead. But of course, I did like Motorhead. My favorite Motorhead album was actually Another Perfect Day with Brian Robertson from Thin Lizzy. Probably the album that most of the fans did not get. It was probably the most commercial sounding Motorhead album. It's a fucking great album. If you can find Another Perfect Day, you can probably find that on the cutout bins. Right after Brian Robertson left Thin Lizzy, he did this album with Motorhead, Another Perfect Day. It is a fantastic album. Dancing on Your Grave song. So many great every song on that album is great. And I did a Classic Albums Revisited a long time ago. That might have been the very first Classic Albums Revisited episode that I ever did on Another Perfect Day. Anyway, that was my encounter with Lemmy and Motorhead. After the gigs, we went out and partied at some bar. You know, they brought us to the VIP section and all this, and I think I might have did some coke with those guys. I don't remember, but we all went and were in the VIP section. It was good times, and yeah, that was my encounter with Lemmy. May he rest in peace. All right, here's the song Heroes. I'm a huge David Bowie fan, obviously. Pardon me, I have to cough. All right, well, who knew that Boss Jock had a cough button? I need to take a sip of this fine iced tea. Pardon me here for a second. It ain't no Tecate, but it's second best. So obviously I'm a huge David Bowie fan, as most people probably were. Heroes was the third album of the Berlin trilogy? Anyway, Heroes is a great tune. Kind of a not one you would expect that Lemmy would cover, but it's kind of true to the original. But hey, the original is a great version, and how can you go wrong? If you're doing anything close to the original, it's going to be great. I like this version. Like Lemmy, I think his voice fits well with it. May he rest in peace. The angel sent down to heaven, known as Lemmy Kilmister. Thanks for listening, friends. We will talk to you tomorrow on day 6. Today is day 5 of the dog days of podcasting. If you're coming to any of these Butler's gigs, I hope that you come say hello to me, friends. All right, here's Motorhead. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
can stop time forever and ever. Yes, we can be heroes. What do you say?
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.